Hi everyone, it's Lucrezia from Bloggers, and I'm so excited to be interviewing Sandra Clayton of Conversion Minded today. Hi Sandra, thank you so
Hey, thanks for
much
having me.
for joining in today.
Yeah, it's so happy to be here.
So Sandra was able to build an audience of 8,000 people on social media in a very short amount of time, and she gets five-figure clients and sells her digital products on autopilot. So I thought of inviting you to offer some great tips on how to build a winning social media strategy. And so how to take advantage of social media to drive traffic to your blog, increase traffic, increase leads, increase subscribers, increase sales. Yeah, we will see how to leverage the power of social media. So Sandra, I know that many people here know you already, but I usually like to start our interview of introduction. So if you could talk through, your background a bit, or like what brought you to blogging, that would be great. I saw that the
Sure.
Hi guys, thanks for tuning in.
So I got into blogging because I was in between projects at the time, and I knew that blogging was something that I wanted to do just because I have a journalism degree and I really love writing. I'm a songwriter as well, so I knew that that would be kind of my thing. But I didn't really know what to blog about. So it's like I had the same trouble with narrowing down your niche that everybody goes through, right? So I finally kind of stepped back and thought about what my real passions were, what the things in terms of the things that I had done, the businesses I had started or been involved with. And I just kind of stepped away from everything for a minute and got in touch with myself and realized that I really love everything that there is about business. Like it didn't really matter so much what the business was, that I just love business. It's kind of, I've grown up in an entrepreneurial family. And so I'm just, really, really used to that. It's kind of a logical thing for me. So I decided to create a blog about business and blogging and, digital marketing and how to market yourself and all of that. So, yeah.
And in all of that, what do you think? So, how social media plays itself? So, in your experience, because you built a business, you built your own blog, what do you why do you think social media marketing is so important to grow a blog or to scale it?
Oh, because we need to be visible, right? I mean, and social media is just the perfect forum to be visible. Whether you're a blogger, whether you're just, you have a small business, no matter what your type of business today, online business, right? You have to be visible. You need to get that traffic and you need to kind of build your platform. And social media is the perfect place to build it because you can not only drive traffic with it, but you can start to build a brand because you become recognizable on there. And I know, it's you're either gonna, for the most part, you're either gonna get traffic from social media or SEO. And I love SEO, but it's kind of a little bit of a longer game. And I feel like you can directly interact with people, your followers. You can turn those followers into leads and customers. You can interact with them. You can message them. You can kind of build a relationship with them quicker than you can with SEO. And so, I mean, it's really just invaluable. I think, to get that. Plus, if you're going to work with other brands, they usually want to see a media kit. They want to see your numbers. They want to see your audience. In terms of your influence, it's a great way to grow your influence and your authority overall.
Yeah.
So.
No, I absolutely, yeah, I agree. And I think SEO is amazing for you, but as you said, it's a long game. The thing is, at the same time, I think that, just having followers or likes is kind of one of the metric if then you don't compare them. Like if you don't establish a certain relationship, it's just, just a number, but then if they're not engaged, they're not actually.
Well, yeah, I think that's what people forget is that, it's really not about the likes and, it's even not about how much traffic you're necessarily getting. It's how much you're engaging and interacting. And there's not always necessarily a direct correlation between the traffic that you might be getting. It depends. It's a matter of what you're doing and how you're engaging with people. Because you can, let's say on Instagram, you can sell directly through the platform. You don't need to even, be worrying about traffic, right? So it is definitely.
Yeah. Speaking of that, which platform do you think are the best for bloggers to invest the time and the effort to build this?
Well, for sure, for a blogger, Pinterest has got to be right up there because it goes hand in hand with blogging. It's a content creation platform, and Pinterest loves content creators, so they want bloggers to be sharing tons and tons of fresh content. And you can, because of the way that platform is set up, it's not really a social media channel. It's more of a search engine. It's more of a marketing site, right? You can leverage the community and the groups and tribes and things like that, plus SEO to get a lot of traffic. And the thing with that is that you want to have, products to sell, whether it's affiliate marketing or whether your own funnels that are set up. That's the way that you're going to, see results from that traffic. And then, Instagram to me is huge. It's kind of, I was actually surprised as a blogger how powerful it is. Not necessarily for traffic, but for, just going on, doing the stories, engaging, messaging your audience, interacting with them. The engagement on there is really amazing. And the fact that if you do also blog and you have, you have physical products, let's say you're an art print or, something like that, depending on what you sell, you can set up the shoppable posts. But I've been able to, I've actually been doing some tests over the past couple months. And, I'm able to just share posts and generate an income just on the post by creating a really engaging caption and having, my particular links and, getting people talking with me. So it's really amazing. Instagram is.
I'm not actually using Instagram at all.
I'm shy to use it. I won't use it for a while because I'm a big fan of, focus on one channel at a time. So for me, a long time with Pinterest, then I was like, okay, I want to branch out. And Instagram was kind of my next move. I was always active on Twitter, but I just don't really like it as much. And I don't really feel, I think it's great for meeting people in your industry and finding partners for things and finding maybe, editorial journalists and things like that for PR. But in terms of a direct, for me, it's just not as, you have to choose the channels that you like as well. So the next one for me was Instagram. And it took me a while to, understand what to post on there, especially if you're not a fashion stylist or you're not a fitness or you're not a model or you're not a superstar, right? It can be a little bit intimidating, but it really does, it works well. So I think that's great too. And YouTube, we can't forget about YouTube, right? That's a search engine too. So any platform that's a search engine is going to be great for bloggers because, especially with YouTube, it's owned by Google. It's the second largest search engine. And you can repurpose your videos onto your blog, and you can also get traffic to your YouTube channel from Pinterest. You can upload videos to Pinterest. So if you use these together, you can really become a powerful force.
And what about Facebook? Because it obviously it's mainly composed of new bloggers, and I noticed usually new bloggers they start with Facebook, probably because it's a platform where they are already. It's so easy to just with their own profile and then starting a page and then a Facebook group. What do you do, for example, Facebook ads?
Facebook ads are a great way to drive traffic. I think that when you're starting out as a blogger, I think Facebook groups are also great. I think you can, but I think they're kind of a little bit saturated and people are using groups overall in the wrong way. So I think it's kind of gotten away from an organic engagement, except for groups like this. But I think sometimes, people just going in there to drop their links and, that might not be the right way. But Facebook ads, I think, are the way to go in terms of getting Facebook traffic. And you can, as long as you have your system and your sales process in place, your funnels really, right? Because you don't want to be just paying for traffic without, being able to recoup your costs. So I always recommend that if you're going to be running Facebook ads, you have at least an intro offer or something that you're going to be sending people through a funnel, and you can recoup that, the cost of the ad. But there's a way to do engagement ads. Go in and do an engagement ad. Don't just boost your ad, but run an engagement ad. You can do it for very, very low amount of money. You don't have to blow your budget, and you can drive people to your blog posts that way. And then you can even retarget them with maybe a freebie or with an introductory offer. So there's a lot that you can do with Facebook ads too.
Wow, so many great things. What do you think it would be? This is a question that I'm asking in each interview. If you had to do your 3 best things,
if I had to do
social media, 3 best things.
Oh, the 3 best tips?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fun. There's so many. Okay.
Only 3.
I think it's a no-brainer that you really have to know who you want to reach. And I know that that's like an overused kind of phrase, but the more people that I talk to, clients and members of my courses and everything, I think that if you're fuzzy at all about who you're trying to reach, you're going to be fuzzy about what channel to be on, or you're going to be fuzzy about what post to share. So really drill down on who your person is, what they're struggling with, and how you can help them so that you can share posts that are going to attract their attention. I think the other thing is to be consistent, to definitely be consistent, because when you drop off, whether it's Pinterest or Instagram, when you drop off, your numbers are going to drop off, your your sales are going to drop. It's just going to it's going to go. So pick one channel. This is the 3rd one probably, right? Pick one channel, focus on that one channel, really dig into it before you move on to the next channel, because each one has its own specific algorithms and strategies and goals, right? You have to tie your goals to the platform. And, just Instagram works differently than Pinterest, works differently than Facebook. And so you really have to focus on one, lean into it, spend a couple months. Don't worry about the other channels. They're going to be there. You're going to get to those. So I think those would be my 3. There's a lot, but those would be my top 3. Yeah.
No, thank you. Yeah. And saying that, have you noticed that actually new bloggers don't follow strategy, or do they make any common mistakes? Like, have you noticed a pattern when someone is just starting out and approaching the social media strategy, and you notice whether there are some mistakes that are quite common among the newbies, and to avoid them. So what would you recommend doing?
Yeah, I think that one of the mistakes is, first of all, the first mistake is not kind of having a strategy and not having that consistency, because I see a lot of people skim the surface, and when you don't spend enough time, when you don't give a particular strategy enough time, it's hard to see results, and it's hard to really measure if that really worked or it didn't work, or if you just needed to tweak something. Like I've, especially on all of the platforms, if you just spend your first maybe month or whatever kind of getting in there and you're not really getting results, a lot of times there's simple tweaks that you need to make in order to really just have it be, turn to 360 and everything change for you, and you start to really get results. And then you have your aha moment. You're like, okay, this is the way it works. So I think really just spending enough time A/B testing different things on that particular platform, give it enough time before you move on. I think that's a mistake. And I think that a lot of new people on social media, any platform, or if you're new to social media at all, generally speaking, there's a disconnect. If you're not getting results, there's a disconnect between the posts you're sharing and what your target audience wants to see and what's going to really resonate with them. So I think just closing that gap, and just I think sometimes it's hard for us to get out of our own head and what we think people want to know, and start to get into the head of the minds of our customers and what they want to hear from us and what's going to make them stop and pay attention and see our posts and want to click and want to contact us, and all of that. So
I noticed that a course on Teachable, there is some it teaches everything.
Yeah.
Basically, you need to know to win in social media. It's called Smart Social Media.
Smart social
I
media.
like the name Smart. And I've looked into it. It's amazing. So can you tell us a bit more about your?
Yeah, it's a really comprehensive course. It has over 70 videos. There are bonus modules in there on each individual platform, but then I also break down how to approach social media no matter what platform you're on. So we get into content strategy. I talk about how to show you how to create a really, really killer editorial calendar that attracts your customers, what scheduling tools you should be using, design tools you should be using, how to streamline everything so that you're able to get your posts out there and be consistent and not have it hog up your time. And it's just, and then also how to, get that traffic, how to convert that traffic, how to turn those fans into ready to buy customers. So it really is very, very comprehensive. And I really created it so that you can come back to it and it'll grow with you as your business grows. So you can always come back. There's always going to be something in there. There's Pinterest in there, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So I give strategies for all of those separately from the whole, the big strategy of, social media. So really, yeah.
So where can we go to learn more?
Oh yeah, you can learn more at conversionminded.com /social media.
Yeah, right. So then I'll put it into the description. I'll get to all the links in the description for the video and description on the YouTube channel, and I will also add in. I will put the transcript of this interview on our blog. So I think that people can find it at the address. I'll just try to put it on. It will be published soon. Is there anything that you would like to add, Sandra?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Is there anything that you would like to add? Because I know that it's really late over there. So
yeah.
I don't want to go before.
I'm in the evening.
But yeah, it's
my hair just for you. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed this. If anybody has any questions, for me, I'm happy to come in and
you can ask a question either on the Facebook or under the YouTube video I posted.
Great.
Would that be okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Reach out to me, email me. You can find me on Instagram. Absolutely.
Perfect. But thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it, especially because I know that there is very late at the end of the day. The last thing that you want to do is talking about this stuff. So I really appreciate it. We'll keep in touch. I'll let you know once the video is up on YouTube and it's up on the blog. So conversionminded.com and Smart Social Media is the most comprehensive about social media. Thanks so much, Sandra.
Okay.
See you guys. Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye.